I mean, honestly, who
This
was
is
him
a
accountable?
political test.
There's a whole room of people
I'm not
showing
fighting
up
you
because
guys.
they're concerned
I'm
about
not
this
violent.
very
I'm
reason.
not violent.
And we don't want to fight.
I know, we're not fighting.
We have an order to.
I understand
make
that.
sure we get out.
Okay, I understand.
And I would love to not have
Sure.
any extra paperwork.
Sure,
or anything on your
dude,
resume.
I get it, I get it.
So-
Here's the deal. I would gladly take what I need to take to fight this and prove that this is done inappropriately.
In a peaceful
you guys
manner.
putting your hands
In
on
a peaceful manner.
Yeah, and I'm not fighting you guys.
Yep.
I'm not raising a hand. I don't have any weapons. You guys checked me when I came in. I'm standing in a meeting trying to speak to elected officials.
Former
You guys
police
watch-
officer.
Former police officer, bro. You guys see how that gentleman beat that gavel violently like that?
It's not his.
Yeah,
It's not his job.
Control.
It's not his job to do
He's
that.
the only one that raised his voice.
It's not his job to do that as the president of the
All
county
we gotta
council.
do is let. I hadn't been
Respectfully,
saying
your
this
state
seriously.
statute.
Is it removed from there? Does he have to be removed from the courthouse?
No
No, it's not
way.
disruptive, I don't care if he's
No
standing right
way.
here, but the statute is perfectly clear. I mean,
But
and we
here's the
have
deal.
no
I know.
recourse.
Right,
I
you
know.
have to follow.
I understand
Yes,
that. Right,
you
right.
have to follow.
Right, but
Yeah,
that's-
yes.
And
Yes.
I'm testing that because
No, I get it,
J.D. Prescott, when he put forth, the state representative put forth 838, it's an unconstitutional bill. So it's completely out of line.
And
So
if that
that's
gets
the reason
changed
I'm
in case
pushing
law at
this.
some point, then
Right,
we'll act on
or
that.
that's what we're doing.
Thank you for being
Have in front of us,
professional.
you know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
However,
Thank you.
I mean, I'm going to say that I was pushed out of that meeting, I guess under duress.
Against
If
your
I
will.
went
I mean, it's
down,
on-
what
it's
would
on
I have done?
video, so yeah,
I mean, you
unwillingly.
put your hands on me and pushed me out of there.
Yep.
Outside of
We
my,
don't want to arrest anybody.
I understand that, but I don't want to leave
And
that
we
meeting.
don't like the position
So
we
what
get put
happens
in.
if I walk back in that meeting?
You will go to jail probably.
Okay,
No.
so let's peacefully do that.
Like, there's no point.
I'm gonna,
Like,
It's okay,
yeah.
let's peacefully do
So
it on camera.
I'm gonna
Let's
put my
just
hand on the
arrest
door,
them.
and then you guys can stop me. I'm not gonna
The
fight you.
statute is very clear, correct? So
But let, I
let's
mean,
do it.
Yeah, I mean, the statute forces our hand if the
sure, I
presiding
understand that.
officer.
Right,
Let's
right,
just get
and
it
he, and he is out of control.
Right.
He's
You guys
done
don't.
too
You guys
much.
don't have to follow
You're
his
his
And
orders.
since you guys
We-
can't do anything
we
about
operate in the
that,
black and
let
white.
him-
He's not.
I get it.
He's not your
I get it.
boss,
I
though.
understand that. I mean, I'm not against you guys.
He's
That
not your
statute
boss.
does make us our boss. We have to
Sure,
act on
no,
his,
but
read the
here's
statute,
what
sir.
I do.
He's the
Here's how
president.
So
that
the
works.
statute is
Because I
clear.
have fought
You're gonna
And the
hold
sheriff is
Right.
required to be at this meeting.
Right.
And if he so directs us to remove somebody after
I
3
was
warnings, and
there.
it is
Right.
led to, before, you weren't even here when the meeting
I,
started.
you know, oh, I've been watching the
Along
whole
with
thing
that,
So
outside.
before it
yes.
started, he
And
laid
so
down the
I need
law
to know
with
that
that.
we're doing this
I understand
under
that.
duress.
So-
He's
Because
getting
I
ready
do
to
not want
deny
to
the
leave this
sheriff's
building.
department
I want
money.
to hear what's in here.
He's
I'm
getting
not
ready to
violent
deny the
against any of
sheriff's
these
department
people,
money.
And there's no issue.
I don't know what's happening.
He's
So,
a punk.
I just need to know.
Like you just said,
Like,
you
yes.
can sit right here. You
Okay.
can hear the meeting, you can
Sure.
get online and watch it.
Absolutely.
And there are times for public comment.
turn that on for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
can we do
speakers
that?
should be on. Yes, the speakers should be
I
broadcasting
mean, you
it.
guys are
I've
watching
never
it
seen
out
it.
there.
I've
and-
never seen
and-
it on there.
It was
Oh,
on
They
yeah,
have
it's
the
all good.
controls up there.
Yeah.
Todd Culp
It was on
had.
the TV when I walked in.
Yeah.
When I walked in.
They don't want this stuff.
Well, listen, it was, you go up there and watch it?
If they want me sitting up there with them, they're your guys. You gotta ask them. I don't know.
I mean, if you're not gonna be disruptive.
I mean, my whole point though is that doesn't allow me to communicate.
Yeah, he needs to be able to
So
communicate.
that's the issue.
Right.
He wants to go into the meeting, just let him go.
According to him, you lost that right when he gave you 3 warnings.
Okay, so if I try to go in there, you guys will arrest me.
You bring trespass onto the table, you bring.
Well, I haven't, no one has, you've not taken
He
my
didn't-
information,
the
you've not ran
president
it through
said
dispatch,
didn't say
I've not been
anything about
trespassed.
trespass.
I mean, you guys can write that up and then it's Rodney's determination if he files it or not.
Right.
He's not gonna file trespass on this.
They didn't say
At the
trespass on the
most, it
roof.
would be at disorderly conduct, which he may or may not file, but we will
I don't
fight
think
and we
it's
will
necessarily
lose.
disorderly conduct.
It's
I'm just-
not. So what law have I broken?
What if
What-
you're not, if you
what
go
law?
back in,
Yeah.
you're violating
What law is that?
the one that gives the president power
Right,
for
what
But
is
that's
that?
not a
So it's up
law.
to him,
It's a
so-
state statute.
Yeah.
It's a state
So-
statute. That is not a
so If you
law.
violate that statute.
Is it an IC code?
So what
It
is
is
that
not a
statute?
law.
If it's
It's a
IC code, it's law.
statute.
At that point.
It is a
and
state
you don't voluntarily
statute.
walk
Right.
out. So
And so
if
you
you don't
take me to
voluntarily
jail at
walk
that
out,
point, I'm preliminarily booked for what?
we're not taking you to jail for
No,
that.
if I try to go back in there, what will I be going to jail for?
If we grab a hold of you and
Yeah.
ask you out of there
Yeah.
and you don't comply,
Yeah.
you'll go to jail for resisting.
Well, I mean, I will comply at that point that you try to take me out of there.
Then it's my understanding trespass would be charged. You will receive a trespass warning for being here.
Okay,
But-
let's do that.
So you
Let-
guys,
I mean, let's- I'm
so to
asking
be
you
clear,
do
you
that.
guys are putting the trespass on him because
So,
they didn't
yeah,
say
you guys
anything
are
about
trespassing.
trespassing inside
Right.
the building.
I mean,
or
to me,
inside
it's
that
not
room.
disorderly conduct.
You
So it's
can't
the
solicit a
trespassing are
trespass.
you
Your
guys,
question
not
when you're
them,
talking
right?
over me.
Okay.
Well, there's other people talking, so I just wanted to get it out. Are you
Let
guys
him-
putting the trespass on him because they didn't say
It's
anything
because
in
he
there?
can't go back in there because he's been removed by the president.
So
Right.
the trespass would be a charge from you guys, not a motion
He's
from
not a
the.
law enforcement officer.
But
You
he's
can't
not,
charge
he's
him.
not suggesting trespass
So
to
if you
you.
trespass
He
is
never
different.
suggested trespass on Kristopher
The
Bubblegum.
county would be acting as an agent on the county, saying you can't come to this meeting.
Yeah.
And if you go back in there, then
Can't
you're
answer
not
my
So
question when
you're telling
everybody's
me
talking, but
under
still doesn't
the,
answer my
under
question.
the color of law, under the threat of arrest,
What a fucking
that I
joke.
cannot go back into this building, into that room?
That's my understanding from when we talked to the
No,
prosecutor's
I don't,
office about
I
it.
can't, I need to know yes or no.
That you would be charged with
What-
trespass.
what's your name, sir?
Mike Warner.
Captain or your
I'm the
lieutenant?
chief deputy.
Okay, Chief Deputy Mike Warner?
Warner.
Warner.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that Chief Deputy Mike Warner, or one of his deputies, Lorenz and Weber.
Weber.
I'm not a First Amendment auditor. I'm just someone trying to attend a meeting. You know what I mean?
I understand.
You're telling me that under the threat of arrest, if I attempt to walk back into that meeting
You've been
peacefully, that you will
But
arrest
you've
me.
already lost your right to do
This
that.
is
I've
a
not
yes or
lost
no
a right
question.
to,
This is yes
I've
or no
not
question.
lost my First Amendment rights to redress my government.
And
You cannot take that.
That's
Right.
That's for you to decide with
Right,
case
right,
law,
right. I
and
get it.
you know how that works.
I get it. I'm more than fine with that. I'm
Right.
saying, so you're telling me under the threat of arrest.
If you walk back in there, you'll be charged with trespassing.
Okay. So you're telling me that.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we were directed from the prosecutor's office, that that's the charge to file if, in fact, somebody doesn't obey. Like, if you're not going to resist.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna resist. So
No.
then what happens? You go to jail?
You're getting your trespass warning,
Okay.
and if you refuse to leave,
Okay.
yes.
What about his
And
property?
What did I do? What are you gonna articulate in your report?
That you, everything that's happened. That you
What's
were here,
happened?
Can you
were
be
removed-
specific,
you were removed
please?
by that,
Right.
and that you were not to be in that room,
And
okay?
was I cursing?
Nobody said anything about that.
But the warnings
We're
weren't
asking you a yes or no
valid.
question.
The warnings weren't valid to make
Yeah,
him,
what-
Yeah.
to make him,
You're missing the point of how.
Yeah, it's, I mean, I get it. It's not.
Right.
It's not
Missing his
but you
question
can
that we
stand
asked
up as
before.
we,
Are
answered
gonna
his
arrest
question.
him?
you can
I said
stand
yes,
up as
you
we
can
the
go back.
people.
You didn't say yes
Trespassing.
whenever he asked you a question.
just
I have
did.
it on video.
You guys
Go
can
back and look
stand
at
with
your
we
thing.
the people
Okay.
and tell President Gale he's a joke. He
Okay,
can't
then,
do
then
that.
we have to go to jail too.
No.
Yes.
I'm not going to take you to
You guys
jail.
could do the right
Who's going to
thing.
So
take
you're,
you
you
to
guys are
jail?
free to do the right thing.
Who's gonna take you to jail?
Unfortunately.
The statute backs us into a
It's a
border.
state statute.
Well,
Who's
you
gonna
understand
take us
that-
to
you
jail
understand
if we all
this
stand
meeting.
So
together?
respectfully, if
You
the
got
president got out of
discretion,
hand and was like super
Oh.
disrespectful and stuff like that, who
On
is to
making
decide
arrests
that
for
he's out
misdemeanor
of hand?
arrests.
The rest of the
You
council
have
is
discretion.
trying to do a vote.
I don't know what
And
you're
she
trying
tried to do a vote,
accomplish.
and
You want us to
nobody
vote for it?
continued. Nobody
What?
continued to attempt to
What-
count
what-
to
so
be
that
on
means-
this,
What are you guys
correct?
vote
gonna do?
failed.
Yeah, I mean,
But
look, I
nobody
need
tried to
know
do that though. They didn't go
that
through the
under the
vote.
threat
the
of
second
arrest,
motion.
if
They
I
didn't
go
go
back in
through
there,
it at
I'm
all.
going to be
They
arrested.
didn't go through it at all and ask anybody else about
Okay,
Bethany,
so are
and
we
they kicked
recording
him out
this?
after that, so they
One
never got to
person
that
made a
point.
Very good, well.
So after that, it would be the
You
council.
would go to jail
The
for
council is the only one that can.
Okay.
Right, so it would be the council, but they never got to speak on that.
Okay,
I don't know.
I'll
We
stay
cannot-
on here.
Yeah, we have to
We'll-
come out here.
Yeah, that
we
works.
could.
I was just making sure that it wasn't you
There
guys
is a
that,
process.
if it was gonna be like a sheriff who decided it,
I mean,
or if it was
Anything
just.
can remove the council, or the council. So if one member says vote to remove him, and someone seconds it, and they all vote.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, and we'll see
you wanna hang out
what.
a bit?
Yeah, yeah.
And that door, they have audio and video.
Parking spots out there that say
What about your property?
2 hour
I don't have
building,
anything
9
in
to
there.
5.
Okay.
Catherine's got all that shit.
All right.
Yeah, take care. Thank